Then for this, for not, for Lex, and I fell out and cut the check, polite, the set, but I been taking his
We've got an NFC.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Paris Campbell now on the return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They'll be led by the Heisman finalist from a season ago, the rookie from Alabama, Mac Jones.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. Throwing Jones. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. The completion there by Mac Jones. And Charles, what do you think this defense needs to do to slow down this young rookie from Alabama?
Well, as usual with a rookie, pass rush is big. Put some pressure on him and see if he can handle things in the pocket. But the other one is your defensive backs, linebackers who are covering people, they need to be on the spot because he's extremely accurate with the ball. He doesn't miss very many throws downfield, puts it right on his receivers. You have to be there to stop them at the point of the catch.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now Jones. They'll let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Chris Godwin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. For Mac Jones, accuracy was more his calling card when folks were taking stock of the 2021 draft. But he's got a big arm as well, and he shows it off there.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And Carolina scores to cap it off. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They're led by the NFL's MVP in 2018 and also MVP of Super Bowl 54 in his 5th season. It's Patrick Mahomes.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
From the 27, Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panthers sack. Jadeveon Clowney racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. We were wondering what they would do defensively to disrupt Patrick Mahomes. Sacking him on the first drive, that's a really good way to set a tone.
The last thing you want to do is let him get established in the pocket where he can set his feet and throw wherever he wants to. Even though he does it well on the run and on the move, you definitely want to get him off the spot in the pocket.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. It's a 39-yard punt, and good coverage means a loss on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Carolina offense making their way out. We take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And, boy, he is very close to a first down. But from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
I bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call. And they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
On 4th down, Michael Pilardi on to punt. Cordero Patterson deep for Atlanta. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot, but nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs, so a good start, but a long way to go. And you know, a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
Mahomes' throw complete there to Johnson. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. Through the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and 1.
And Taylor, I don't think he got there. No, he did not. Unable to break free, and he's marked short. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the 1st quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. To try again after the sack. Jones.
That's into the hands of Eckler.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big play there on the catch and run.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Unbelievable.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 37.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They'll try the right side with Eckler. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Jones got the connection here to Bourne. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. This is swung out to Eckler. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Jones. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Samuel Aguavin. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Jones. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Samuel Aguavin able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's 3 sacks now. That's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. This will be, 38 yards out. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football. And the first play will be a field goal try. This will be, 38 yards out. And Suckup will put this one right through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Big play that time through the air. 35 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
These two teams, they met in Atlanta earlier in the year with the Falcons winning that game. So a win here in Charlotte would give them the season sweep.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 35.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Complete. It's Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Sharon Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points. But he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
The kick by Sanders is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Carolina offense about ready to go. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead, but that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to perfect.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
That's how we do it.
The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Jones looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. From the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or 2 shy of midfield. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Time now for Patrick Mahomes as we put him in our players' spotlight. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits.
Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by Juwan Bentley. Past the 20. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Here's Jones on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Matthias Farley. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously in hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Carolina getting set to take the field. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position and throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. A handoff. It's Eckler.
Well, that was big right there because they're the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down.
They needed that pickup in a big one.
There were two things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Jones, that's complete to his receiver, Godwin. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He'll drop this one off to Eckler.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes, throw out right, taken in by Patterson. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They started on the ground with Eckler. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it.
Well, they were backed up to start the drive, but how about that aggressiveness? Firing it downfield right away. Nice job there getting out towards what would have been their normal starting position.
Jones throwing on first down. He's got Njoku over the middle. That catch good for only a couple. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll get this to Eckler. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Shreds him with a stiff. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And here now come the Falcons.
And they've got a good chance of getting points out of this. They start in the red zone on first down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Deebo Samuel as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Sanders now to add the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Campbell returning it.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
As they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We begin up at MetLife Stadium. New Orleans in town to take on New York. And it is the Jets who have the lead in the second quarter. Daniel Jones, 2 touchdown passes thus far. From there, we're off to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting Jags who are out in front. Alvin Kamara with 2 touchdowns thus far. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Raiders. Tua Tagovailoa, responsible for the lone touchdown in the game thus far as he's thrown a touchdown pass. Next, a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Falcons. And it was a tricky half to figure out numbers-wise. They've got the lead, but you'd figure they're definitely talking about ways to get this passing game back on track. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they had a little more success than their counterparts did in the passing game, as evidenced by the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10, Mahomes. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. And again, it's Mahomes.
That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes.
He's got his tight end, Freiermuth, right side.
A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8 from the 34 now. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And the catch made by Johnson. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Mahomes going to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Jalen Reed able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we usually talk about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took him to the limits.
Charles, 54 yards. I'm surprised that came up short.
I would agree with that one because normally, if he misses, it's accuracy, not length, because he has plenty of leg for that. But maybe it's like I hit my golf shot, you know? Maybe it's like my wedge. You know, when you chili dip and you hit the ground ahead of it, sometimes that'll shorten your distance as well.
The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line.
Tackle by Ashton Davis up from the secondary.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Jones.
This is swung out to Eckler.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Well, they
certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On the give, this is Eckler, and he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 49 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And Brandon, you know that expression, he just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL, and all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Throwing, Jones. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And the Falcons are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Jadeveon Clowney, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And that's his 2nd sack in this one.
And you just can't have the defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And partner, it's still just the 3rd quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
After the sack on first down, Mahomes, he finds an opening past the 40, and he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield. Everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Complete, it's Johnson. 7 yards, the pickup there. 2nd down and 3. And not much running room. Down to the 32. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Once more, they turn to Patterson. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down. On second down, it's Taylor down to the 25. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now here's Mahomes. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Let's go. And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. To throw, it's Mahomes. And here's Freiermuth again. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. On the handoff, Taylor. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And it's caught. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
I don't care what the analytics say. Look at where they are on the field. To me, that just screams go for it here. I don't even think about putting a kicker out there. What say you?
I support whatever they do. Let's find out.
Look at you, man of the people.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Sanders' kick is good, and they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a